Let's talk about one of the two biggest mistakes that people make when they decide to sell their home for sale by owner. And what makes me an expert in that? Well, two things really. The first one is I have bought and sold three different properties for sale by owner myself. So I do have experience with it. The second thing that I think makes me an expert is I have now spoken to hundreds and hundreds of folks that are selling their homes for sale by owner. And so I have firsthand experience what you are going through. And I would love to just give you a couple of tips to help you through that process. Okay. The first thing we're going to talk about, the first big mistake that folks make when they're selling their home for sale by owner is how they priced their home. And here's what's the most interesting part to me is it's probably the part you spent the least amount of time on figuring out what you should list your home for sale. And it's perhaps the single most important thing you can do to make sure your home sells. So let's get into it. The first thing you need to know when you are deciding what price you want to list your home at is that there are three different strategies. So let's go through them. The first strategy is to price your home above market value. Okay, I'm going to stop you right here. This is the one where most people that are selling their home for sale by owner, this is where they decide to price their home, and it's the biggest mistake you can make. Okay, pricing your home above market value is generally reserved for two people. One, celebrities. Okay, if you're Patrick Mahomes and you're getting ready to sell your first home, by all means, list it way above what market value is because there's a celebrity factor there. And more than likely, you will draw people into you that are interested in that property just for the simple fact that you're a celebrity. Okay, so we've probably determined you're not a celebrity. So this is going to take this one off the market. The second one is the reason that you would want to sell above market prices or you'd want to put your house above market prices is because your property is very unique. Let me explain a unique property to you. Okay. It's a 20-acre property in the middle of downtown Kansas City. It's a single family home with 20 acres of beautiful land surrounding it in the heart of downtown Kansas City. That would be a very unique property. It's one of a million. Okay. Again, that's probably not your property. So the strategy of pricing it above market price is really going to hurt you. It's going to limit how many people will see your property. They'll see your price and go, way out of my price range. Okay. So throw that one out the window probably to begin with. The second option to pricing your home is to put your home at what's called the market price. Okay. What's market price? Well, first off, I'm going to blow your mind right now and tell you that you, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, you do not set market price. Market price, by definition, is when a buyer and a seller come together and set a market price. Okay, right now, you're just a seller. We don't have a buyer yet. You don't have a buyer yet to set the market price. So you have to make a guess at what you think the market price is. How do you do that? Well, you got some options. You can go to Zillow.com. You can see what they think your home is worth. You can go to Realtor.com and see what they think your home is worth. That's a good starting off point. But really, where the real work is done is looking at the homes in your neighborhood that have sold recently. Okay, here's what I mean. You want to look at all the homes that have sold within a 1 mile radius of your home within the last few months. Okay, this is where things get a little tricky though. And this is why appraisers get paid hundreds of dollars to do appraisals because now you have to compare up the homes. So, for instance, let's say a home that's exactly like yours except for the fact that it's got 4 bedrooms and your home only has 3 bedrooms. But let's say that home sold for $450,000. Is your home now worth $450,000? Probably not because it's not exactly comparing apples to apples. They got an extra bedroom than you do. So maybe your home's only worth 425. Okay. So that's how you get an idea of what market price is. If you don't know what else to do, this is probably the strategy where you will start. The third option, the third pricing strategy you can do is to set your home price below market value. This is the one where you're probably all about to turn my video off, delete my email, and tell me I'm the world's biggest idiot. Bear with me. Why would we ever set your purchase price below what we think it should go for? Well, here's why. It's the law of supply and demand. If you want to create more demand for your property, you set the value low. People think, oh my gosh, this is a steal. I need to get in and make an offer. Multiple people start making offers. Now you get in a bidding situation. And maybe the home that you thought you would list for 400,000, you list at 375. And then you get an offer at 380 and 385, 395, 405, 415 because you start this bidding war because you can go back to different buyers and say, "Hey, I got a higher price than yours. Would you like to make me another offer? Hey, I got a higher price than yours. Would you like to come back and make me another offer?" This is why setting your price below what you think it actually should sell for is a great strategy. Now, here's the kicker. Here's the best part. And this is what you may be thinking in your head. But Mike, I want 400,000 for my home. If I offer it at 375 and I only get offers at 375, what am I going to do? I just left $25,000 on the table. Well, the first thing to realize is what you're actually being told is market prices are telling you that your home is really only worth 375,000 because that's the only offers you got. Okay? But maybe you say I can't sell it for 375. I'll lose money or it's just worth more than that. Great. Nobody says you have to take their offer. Think about that. If the only offers you get are at 375 and you only want to sell it for 400, then just say thanks but no thanks. I'm not taking your offer today. That's why that third strategy, number 3, can actually be one of the most beneficial for you. But if you haven't put that much thought into the purchase price that you put together for your home that you're listed for sale by owner, I would say pause, time out, do some thought process and thinking through that, and come up with the best value and the best pricing strategy to get your home sold. Last thing I'll tell you is if this ever sounds like it is too much for you, if it sounds like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start my pricing strategy at, Mike, no worries. Click the little link below. I've got a calendar appointment set up there where I will do a completely free for sale by owner strategy session with you, and we can talk these things through. And here's the best part again, I'm not a real estate agent. I'm not here to try to list your home for you. Now, if during our conversation, it seems like maybe that would make the best sense for you, I'm happy to refer you out to folks who could list your home and get you top dollar for it because a great real estate agent will do that for you. But that's not what I'm here for. So then you're asking yourself, what's the catch, Mike? Why would you do this? It's very simple. I'm a giving person. I've built my business, the foundation of my business upon giving. I have learned the more I give, the more I receive. If I have a conversation with you and it helps you along, great. You may tell your friends and family about me, and I may end up doing a mortgage for them. Or perhaps in our discussion, you find out or you tell me that you're actually going to buy your next home, and maybe I get to do a mortgage for you down the road. Again, by giving, I receive over and over and over again. So that's my catch. But I'm here to help you because this is what I do. I'm the for sale by owner mortgage lender. My name's Mike Baker, and I own the company, The Rate Shop. I'd love to help you too. Hey, don't forget, check tomorrow's email for part 2 on this video series of the biggest mistakes that for sale by owner folks make when they list their home for sale by owner. See you tomorrow.